Okay, my name is Gary Cleveland. Here we go. This is, I don't even know what this is. This is going to be a rambling video. Whatever. A bunch of people shoot videos that are butterfly knife related videos that don't have a whole lot of flipping in them. Just, you know, some like philosophy or discussion or, you know, opinion video. Well, that's what this is going to be. Alright, where am I even starting this video? Let me tell you, before I tell you what this video is about, let me just tell you where I'm coming from, because probably no matter how young you are right now, you could probably relate to where I'm at. I've had a string of events happen just in the last couple days that have really just brought me to the edge of what I can take. Now, when I was younger, this used to send me straight to violence. But I don't want to encourage that. That's the wrong answer. That's why in the jam room, when I get to the state in mind, I set up a bunch of microphones as though they're like gun-toting, folks or bad guys around the room, and I just whatever. I just deal with them, but I'm not like out on the street fighting, which is gonna just be one more problem in the big list of problems that's been going on. That's no way to end your streak of bad stuff by creating more bad stuff. All right, so simple solution, whatever. Get a punching bag, whatever, Anyway, violence is not usually the solution to frustration. So, that being said, okay, what is this dude doing? Alright, well, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm drinking beer because I am a relatively adult-like adult, and I have a jam room, and I can drink beer. I don't have work tomorrow. This is, I'm all set. I'm so stoked. I just had so many terrible jobs in a row with so many ridiculous customers. Alright. What are we going to do here? So, bunch of people, bunch of flippers, top flippers, have videos out lately. The history of the butterfly knife, the history of the balisong. Okay, so I would encourage everyone, no matter what your age, to research these. Look it up. I mean, not only just the history of the knife, where it came from, construction, all this, but you can actually, there's videos of like the progression of the balisong online, from website to website, techniques and tricks and stuff. So if you're getting into this knife, man, you might as well learn the base of the knife, right? This is important, So, and it's cool stuff to learn. It beats playing Farmville or some ding dong, whatever, just, increase your knowledge, just, learn stuff. All right, so whatever. Okay, so there are a lot of videos that are the history of the balisong. Great, fantastic. I loved watching those. What you will not find on YouTube or anywhere else is any videos about the future of the balisong. That's what this video is going to be. So this will be this is going to be for some people, this is not going to ring true. For some people, this is going to just tick them off, and the Mighty JA folks at the Mighty JA are going to be they're probably not going to like it, because that's just how this goes, Any one benefit of coming on, I'm 48 right now, about to turn 49. One benefit of age is that you see things actually transpire in real time. You watch it happen as you're growing up. Like when I was a kid, I had a subscription to Surfing Magazine. People weren't doing airs when I had the first issues of Surfing. People were not doing airs on surfboards. When Rodney Mullen came into the freestyle scene of skateboarding, man, everybody was just doing 360s and Tic Tacs until that dude came along. No, alright, now, so I'm not comparing myself, cleave style flipping, to Rodney Mullen or whoever started doing airs for the first time on a skateboard, but what I will parallel is kind of that same thing. So yeah, kind of a parallel. Alright, so This is what happens in any art form or sport or whatever. When you have an established traditional way of doing things, when someone comes in from the outside and they bring in a completely just different approach, it always plays out the exact same way. And this is what is going to happen with, what I think is going to happen with the cleave style flipping. Now, is cleave style the future of flipping? No, of course not. That's ridiculous. Flipping will always be based off of traditional flipping. I don't know any of these tricks, but you know what I'm talking about. You know the traditional flippers, you know how it goes. What is going to happen though is the incorporation of cleave style tricks into traditional. So this is what I think is going to be the future of flipping. You might not agree. You might agree. You might not agree. It doesn't even really matter to me. Time is going to show this to be true or false. So I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about 5 days from now. I'm talking about 5 years from now. I'm talking about 10 years from now. What will flipping look like? What will be the combos 10 years from now? Okay, so what's going on with traditional flipping? You guys follow the top flippers? You see what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Stagnation. That's what's happening. What's the last new traditional flip that came out? Was it the choker fan? Was that 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago? Only other new stuff, fresh stuff on the traditional flipping scene is combos. Okay, this to this, this to that. Established tricks, but just doing them in a different order. You know, like this to this, no, Chaplin to 8-ball, whatever, whatever. Okay, so great. All right, fine. You want to do that? Fine. If you figure out your great combos, I applaud you. Have fun. What is fresh on the balisong scene? I'll tell you though, over the last few years, the snap tricks, the cleave style stuff, who is doing that? Nobody. Barely anybody. But it is still tricks that that can be done with the butterfly knife. Now, what happens always with new stuff when it comes on the scene? Well, when Rodney Mullen came on the skateboarding scene and went to his first contest, what did the judges say? They said, he's not doing 360s. He's not doing tic-tacs. We don't even know how to judge this. We don't even know how to score this guy. Okay, what happened with the first dude that cut his longboard in half and started doing airs out of a wave? All the traditional surfers said, that's not surfing. That's not surfing. Surfing is a soul sport. You're bringing skateboarding into, you know, like always, the new stuff is shunned by the traditionalists. It's just a fact of life. That's how it goes. Well, what's the long term? Look at the long term. And what happens? The young guns that see a dude doing an air on a surfboard, they're automatically drawn to that. Whoa! They have never seen anything like it. The old school surfers that are so sick, they spent their whole life just styling in the barrel. Well, all of a sudden this kid comes out doing airs. Of course they want to shun it. They don't know how to do that. They've reached the top of the line. I'm the sickest, man, I've got so much. And now here comes this dude doing something new. Nothing like what they've ever done. Of course they're going to shun it. That's not even surfing. That's not even. Okay, so what happened in the long term? Well, check the footage of your last surf contest, and other than a big wave contest, and tell me if you don't see an air. Check a flatland or a freestyle contest on a skateboard. Tell me if you don't see some of Rodney Mullen inspired tricks. I mean, like, this is just how it goes, man. The old timers, the traditionalists, they're always going to shun the new stuff because they don't want to have to learn. They don't want to have to start over. They don't want to have to relearn. They don't want to have to learn a bunch of new stuff. They're already as good as it gets. So their automatic reaction is to reject any of the new stuff. You're coming in with some new approach. No way. Doesn't even count. That's not even flipping. Cleave style? That's not even flipping. You know how many times I heard that? That's not even flipping. Alright. Well, if I'm doing tricks with a butterfly knife, it's flipping. It doesn't even matter what you say. I don't even care. Alright, so what's going to happen with the future of the balisong? Okay, here's my guess. Here's my guess. The traditionalists don't care about cleave style. They're not going to learn any kind of pressure tricks. They've already maybe learned the suicide drop. They've already just bailed on the whole scene. They're working on a million miles an hour. Fine, fair enough, great. The young guns, the guys and girls that don't already have it set in their head that there are limits to what can be done with this knife, those are the people that are going to start to not just learn all of the traditional stuff, they're going to learn some of the cleave style stuff, and they're going to be the ones that make these combos between the cleave style and the traditional. That's the bridge. That is I understand that is difficult because the cleave style, all the pressure tricks require a setup. So I understand it's difficult to be fluid, but whatever. That's the new frontier. And also, straight up, just new pressure techniques. I mean, like, man, if I've come up with at least 20 new tricks in the last 3 years that have never been documented on film before, just unestablished tricks, if I've come up with that much just by myself, please imagine what is out there still with the pressure technique, I mean, who knows what's out there? This is what I see as the future of flipping. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm an old dude. I get to make my opinion based on what I've seen before. That's what I think is going to happen, though. It's going to be the young guys and girls that learn all the traditional stuff, are not afraid to start checking out and becoming familiar with the cleave style, the snap stuff, snap aerials, snap tricks, the incorporation between those. That's the future as far as flipping goes. That's the brave new world. And then just straight up pressure tricks that have not been done. That's what I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I know one thing though. In life, y'all take this as a little bit of advice. Please, if you have a moment. In life, you are either going to be an explorer or you're going to be hauling somebody's baggage. You guys know what a Sherpa is? When mountaineers ascend, go to a new peak or whatever, are braving a new frontier, they always bring Sherpas with them. The Sherpas are the gnarly local dudes, the super hardcore that bring all the stuff up. The explorers get up, the Sherpas haul all the stuff up to back them up. Man, don't be a Sherpa. You know what I'm saying? In life, you are either going to be an explorer or you're going to be hauling baggage. So do everybody a favor, you guys. Check out the new frontier. All right, y'all stay cool. We'll see you soon.